Here's a really interesting story. There's this comet coming in 2013, which will shine brighter than the full moon.
Most things are brighter than a full moon, though.
Comet, though, in the space.
Is this the one all the crazy people think is going to kill us?
I don't think that's going to happen in December 2012, Chris, not 2013.
Oh, okay.
There's probably one theory that ends in 2013.
Yeah, they think a planet called Planet X is going to come and kill us all. Yeah, what they also say is that it's solar flares, and what they fail to understand is that solar flares hit our planet every year, and they're called the Northern Lights.
No,
See,
it's not solar flares. That's just magnetic radiation.
No, it's solar flares which cause it. Look it up. See,
right.
on the GARYChat, it's not just comedic.
It's
genius.
not bollocks.
It's not just comedic genius. We're getting some info on there as well. Or
The thing with the sun, everyone's worried about coronal mass ejections. I know it makes you laugh.
I think I did one of those last night.
Hey.
It was some Vindaloo, wasn't it? So, Will, you've been going to the gym, haven't you?
I have indeed. I've seen many a man bum and many a shriveled penis. I tell you, these old men, they are proud as fuck. They walk around, it's swinging round, hits you in the leg. Oh,
it's knocking over tables.
I take every opportunity to hide my genitals. But
that's a quote.
They are.
I think that should be our first T-shirt.
So, Will, have you noticed any significant tonnage in your breasts?
They've gotten a bit firmer, but other than that...
Sorry, I wouldn't say they're firmer, I'd say they're less flaccid.
The last time I saw them, they were kind of just dangling, swaying in the breeze.
How fat do you think Will is?
Well, I reckon what you do there is you just sit in the jacuzzi and tuck into a Mars bar. That's what I imagine your gym trips are. Maybe you get out of the jacuzzi, have a look at a few old men's genitalia, then you pop back in, have a Snickers.
You're not that far off, to be honest.
Is it a bounty instead?
Yeah, he's losing weight. Stick to the bounties.
Bounty.
Have you got any stories about the gym?
Not really.
Brilliant.
All I do is lift weights, then go in the jacuzzi, then in the steam room.
What's the steam room like?
Steamy.
How much time do you spend lifting weights compared to the amount of time you spend in the jacuzzi and the steam room, Will?
The jacuzzi's about a minute, and the steam room's about a minute, and lifting weights about 30 seconds.
When you walk out of the steam room, is it really dramatic? Is there like a puff of steam behind you?
Yeah.
And you walk out.
It's like stars in their eyes, as a reference.
Before we were born. I swear half our references are stuff that happened before we were born.
Well, nothing interesting has happened since we were born.
Yeah, 90s sucked. Noughties had a crappy name.
The noughties.
What are we on now? What's the name of this decade?
I think it's the T's, isn't it?
The T's?
Yeah. We're just advertising that. Children TV show.
Yeah, which sounds like a CBBC program.
CBBS.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got something really exciting to tell you. It's only 2 weeks till Cheryl Cole's autobiography is out.
Wow! Oh, yes! Come on!
Exciting stuff. I'm hoping for pictures, mainly.
I want to hear about all the scandals between her and Ashley Cole.
I want to hear about how she's overcome all of the problems in her life.
And her amazing journey.
A roller coaster.
What actually happened to Cheryl Cole? I mean, did her and Simon have a thing in that way?
No.
What actually happened?
No!
Not that.
Because Simon Cowell is a minx. He's a sexual deviant.
He's a minx. He's a minx in high-waisted trousers.
He's what I'd imagine the devil incarnate would look like.
So, Chris, I think it's only fair to ask what the most embarrassing thing you've ever been through is.
Well, I've done quite a lot of stuff. Well, there was the 31p on the Scottish man's doorstep story. Well, I was walking into town from school, and I noticed I had a lot of pennies in my wallet. Bronzes. Coppers? Lots of coppers.
Not a euphemism.
I don't know. And I looked down and I counted them all, and I had 31p. Exactly, and I thought, oh, 31p. I don't really want this hanging around in my wallet in coppers. So I looked around me, and I saw to my left a doorstep on which there was nothing, and I chose to put something there, and that something was the 31p in coppers. I piled it into a little nice pile, and I put it on his doorstep. Okay, so I'm walking away at this point, and I see the door open. Now me, being a complete and massive idiot, go back, leg it back and try to take the 31p off, try to cut my losses, you know. So I go back and try and get the 31p off the doorstep instead of just legging it like a sane person. So I pick it up And towering above me is a Scottish man. And he says, "What are you doing?" So at this point, I am literally shitting my pants. I don't know what to do. I'm stressing out. So I go, "I'm putting 31p on your doorstep." And he goes, "Why are you doing that?" And I go, "Well, it's 31p. Don't be complaining." And then he goes, "Well, a little respect, please." And at this point, I cut my losses. I throw the 31p in the grass and leg it, run away. I run away as fast as my legs will take me. I fly with the wind, and that he was never seen again. So that's my story.
Scottish people are quite scary.
He was terrifying, and he had this look in his eyes. I mean, if someone gave me 31p, I'd be complimented and happy. But he looked like he was going to wring my scrawny little neck.
He looked terrifying there, stood in the doorway in his kilt and his claymore.
It was stressful. That was probably quite embarrassing.
How long ago was this?
Not that long ago, but 2 months or something. I also once did a fart in a public pool.
Oh. Does that take sort of sheer willpower to avoid?
Well, no, I thought it would be interesting. I thought it would be a good idea until the bubbles and the smell started appearing.
Oh no!
So I just swam away.
Did it while swimming very.
And I'm very terrible at swimming as well, so I was kind of floundering around, drawing attention to the fact that I had just done a massive. It was pretty much a poo in the pool.
Yeah, that could have easily turned into a poo. And then, where do you go?
Did it reach ploob nugget level?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, that word.
Do you want to tell the lovely audience what ploob nugget means?
A long time ago, me, Chris and Will went through a phase of inventing words, and ploob nugget was one of the first ones that we came up with. And we figured it was when you're in the bath and you do a fart, if a little bit of poo comes out and starts floating around, that is a ploob nugget.
Oh, this is disgusting.
I'm sorry to live on this planet.
This is horrible.
And another one of the words we came up with was flobbinge, and flobbinge is defined as a verb to poke a fat person.
We had too much time on our hands. This is why we had no friends.
We had only each other.
There was one other word, spungid, but we can't remember what that meant. So Ask Brigade, if you have any interesting suggestions as to what spungid should mean, put it in the comments below.
Leave it in the comments.
Okay, I'm going to dive in. Has GARYChat ever received abuse?
I don't think so. It's pretty well received by the 3 people that actually watch it.
I've had physical abuse, but that's it.
That's unrelated.
Is that yourself giving yourself a nipple cripple?
Yeah. I just listen to our videos and go, "Oh, it's so bad."
So, Superior Will, are we going to talk about the fight that we had?
No.
Ooh.
The clash of sissies.
So Chris decided that he'd be funny and grab my nipples for no reason other than sheer orgasmic pleasure.
I was purveying nipular justice. You had wronged me. Okay?
I had not. You did it randomly, you bastard.
I was there, and I can definitively say that I can't remember what happened at the time.
This may shock you, but this is not the first time Chris has done this. And I've grown both wind and anger.
The most angry fart you ever did.
Propelled.
I attacked him like a manly man.
Right, what he does is he slaps my face, and on the downstroke he puts his claws out and rips a huge gouge in my mouth.
You can see that my hand was completely flat. Your face disintegrated beneath my blow.
Your raw power.
Anyway, it was clearly a pretty deft hit because Livy went, "Oh!" First time she ever made a feminine noise like that ever.
What does that say?
And then the way I counterattacked this was I tried to shift my body weight onto Will to stop his reach because he got quite long arms.
You sat on me. Why were you sitting on me?
I didn't sit on you.
On me.
I was getting closer so you can use your reach.
You sat on me. You can see it. And
then I, like a big strong man, gave him an audible slap on his face, not using my nails like a sissy baby girl. Yeah, I think that's how it ended.
The last fight I got in, I was sat in my my primary school canteen, and the person I was having the fight with just picked up a plate of beans, like green beans, and dumped it on my head and walked off in a strop.
Brilliant. That's a great fight.
It's funny because he did a runner.
Oh! Why are you sitting on me? Oh. Sorry, my buttons.